Man School 202. Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't. Yo. GYBB, get your balls back. WWDD, What Would Dante Do? The Sexual Revolution is being podcasted, and I am excited. Dom's in the building. Dom, we got to get you a nickname, Dom. I don't think my mic is, my headphones are not working.
It's probably the thing on the
thing on the,
yeah, I can come in a second if you want me to.
All right, please.
Yeah.
Dom, we got to come up with a name for Dominic. In the chat. Also, let me just say, for instance, Tri-State Mike has moved on, and he's producing somebody else's show. So Tri-State Mike is not in the building. That's perfect. Is not in the building today, and he won't be on the show unless something happens where he can fit us in or whatever. But want a big shout out for Tri-State Mike for keeping everything moving and shaking. Y'all know I usually shoot from my studio at home, but on Tuesday we shoot here, and Dominic is taking over. Shout out, say hi to the people.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? Dom's a motherfucking pimp. So we got to come up with a name for Dominic, because I can't just be. He actually looks like a comedian I know, Joe List, but he looks like the evil Joe List. But I don't like that no more. We got to come up with a name for Dom. Shout out to everybody, all the lives. The Sunday live was crazy. Had such a good time. And had some really great calls. We talked about threesome etiquette. Dom, do you know any threesome etiquette?
Unfortunately, I do not know. Never had one before.
You ever had a threesome?
Never had one before.
Do you have a girl, Dom?
Kinda right now. It's complicated right now.
Ooh, we got to definitely. You got some. You wanted some advice too. So let me warm this crowd up and let all the lives are coming in. I also have to expound upon my many talents, because after the whole flat earth debacle with Lord Jamal, nobody knows I'm a comic. They just know me as an ex-pimp that called Professor Dave. So from now on, I'm going to refer to myself as a stand-up comedian / actor / relationship guru, because the internet knows me as an ex-pimp now, which is not untrue, Dom. Not untrue, but it's something that I don't expound upon. Everybody knows the principles of the show is ACE, authenticity, credibility, and empathy. So I don't lie about my past. I am the person I am today because of all the things that I've gone through and all the things that I've learned and mistakes that I've made. And one of the reasons why I'm not in the business of personal management, which I like to call it that, is personal management. I left that business specifically because of the fact that I didn't have the ethical stomach for it. I just didn't, it's an exploitive situation. But so I got out because I didn't have a stomach for it. Dom, how many pimps you know? Dom, any?
You're the only one right now.
I am the only one and only. And I won't say I'm the best, because there's people that have done it better than me. But one of the things about that, I always say, nobody wakes up and decides they want to be a pimp. Did you know that? Like, you can't just wake up and you go, what do you want to? Hey, little boy, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he goes, he's 6 years old. He goes, I want to be a motherfucking pimp. Nobody does that. Pimps are actually made by hoes. Did you know that, Dom? Did you know that?
I did not know that. I've seen, the only thing I really know is the South Park episode when Butters becomes a pimp.
You know what I am saying?
Yeah.
Well, so the reason why I'm bringing up this is an interesting about this is because of the fact that what happens is everybody's a square until they're not a square, right? But certain guys, you know how there's always a guy in your school or whatever, in your high school, who always kind of gets the girls. Do you know what I mean? Do you know the guy who was
I'm very good friends. I'm like best friends with the guy from my
and he
grade,
just
yes.
has a knack for it, right?
He can go out in the worst mood ever in the bar and end up with 3 girls.
Yeah.
And I'll be willing and ready to mingle, and I'll get nothing.
And but you know, it's almost like it's a thing. It's kind of it's not a tangible quality, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna tell you what happens is you're a regular dude. You see women as everybody else sees women, you know, with a level of respect or whatever. And then you maybe like as a young dude, you're struggling and you go, man, I gotta get my car fixed. I gotta do this. And then the girl that you're dealing with, she says, well, I could get some money from you. And you go, oh, well, what do you mean? And she goes, oh, I could get some money for you. I mean, well, and then you go, how would you do? Well, this guy likes me, and I could just get it from him. And I go, you would, yeah, but he'd be giving it to you. Because this is kind of square I am. Do you know what I am saying? So, and then you go, all right, well, could you? And then she goes, well, I might have to do some things, and you go, but I would bring the money back to you, and you go, in your wildest dreams, you would never think that somebody would do that, right? And then, whatever transpires, we won't go into the details, she comes back and gives you the money. And then all of a sudden, you realize that that's possible. That is that's actually an option. Do you understand what I mean? And then once you've experienced that, then you go, and basically the girl teaches the guy that he has this particular talent or thing or whatever, and you would never know that. You would never know that if she didn't say so. You understand? So, and that's how it happens. And so, like, I'm an open and honest guy. One thing anybody can say anything what they want about me, but they will always is the fact that I'm an honest dude. And what happens is, what I realize is something that I preach all the time, is that people will do what they want to do, and they won't do what they won't want to do. I mean, you can force people to do things for a while, but if it's not what they want to do, eventually they will stop. That's why in a relationship, you have to, no matter who you're with, you got to be with somebody who wants to make you happy. I know that's a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch, Dom, how I'm going from this pimp scenario. But my point is that people do what they want to do, and we have to understand that. And here's why. I'm not saying that the pimps don't exist now, but they've been basically put out of business because of the internet and because of OnlyFans. And with no coercion, and I'm not talking about, trafficking and abusive situations, but here's the thing, even when there is a situation where nobody is coercing, because pimps, for the most part, have been put out of business because you could cut out the middleman. Hoes, promiscuous women who want to sell ass, have found a way to sell ass online when there is no exploitive situation. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm saying hoes will find a way to sell ass if that's what they want to do. And which goes back to what I said in the first place, is that people will do what they want to do. So with no coercion and no this, never came across a pimp, never was on the stroll, never was a runaway at the bus stop, or whatever we perceive this is, women have found a way to sell ass online with no coercion. Which proves my point that people do what they want to do, right? So if you have a young lady and you're dating somebody and she's not interested in your happiness, she's probably not going to be interested in your happiness. If you have somebody and all they do is take they will continue to take. Before I get into the deal, because Dom said he's got some he needs some advice. But shout out to Artir. Artir's Albanian dude. Big shout out from No Fork. One of the dopest sandwiches on Avenue A in St. Mark's. I want to shout him out because he hooked up the whole studio. We went down there. He's a good friend of Beck Love, my Albanian friend. And shout out to Artir. They do like a sandwich with Albanian prosciutto and chicken with herbs, and it's delicious. I don't really advocate because I don't know if I've ever said this, but I was a chef in an Italian restaurant for a while. Did you know that, Dom? I've also done that.
Did not know that. No.
Yeah, I went to college and I was looking for a job, and it was a guy who actually also a guy by the name of Dominic. He owned an Italian restaurant in Sheepshead Bay, an Italian neighborhood in Brooklyn. Now very Russian, so Russian that now you can buy a surface to air missile right on Beach 19, but that's a whole nother thing. But I was a dishwasher, and then I moved up to breads and salads. Then I moved from sides, so I became a sous chef, and eventually I was full-time cook, one of the chefs there. And I just moved up, and it was weird because when I moved up from dishwasher to soups and salads, I got my boy the job as the dishwasher, and then when I moved up to appetizers and as the sous chef, then my boy moved up to soups. So it was not a bunch of black dudes slinging pasta and bolognese and rigatoni with the 3 cheeses. So when he used to always hide us. He'd be, get back in the kitchen. But anyway, long story short, I'm rambling. But shout out to No Fork, please. Shout out to No Fork. But my point being is that people do what they want to do. You had a problem, Dom. You want to let's deal with you first, and then we'll put the number in.
Yeah.
We started nice and early, so we're gonna get the numbers are gonna go up, and then we're gonna just run through it one after another. We're gonna keep the numbers cracking. Do we have the Cash App? We can always put the Cash App up.
It's the Cash App and the new number. We have a new number.
New
now.
number is 513-202 Nero. I'm feeling that. 202 Nero. Stop playing. Send me some money. Cash at me. Y'all know what it is. Stop playing. What's going on, Dom? Talk to me.
So I've been talking to this girl since November.
Okay.
And it's someone I knew in high school from a while back that I rekindled with.
Okay.
Things were going very well.
Now, did you smash? You smashed already?
No. So
okay, this is bad already, but go ahead.
She's been very clear with boundaries and what she's comfortable with, what she's not comfortable with. She wants to take things slow. She's had bad experiences with other exes taking advantage of her, and she just wants to. It takes her a long time sexually in a relationship. Her last boyfriend, it took them 6 months. So
okay,
I know what I'm going into, but it's that's not the issue. She wanted to slow things down. We had a little conversation. She thought we were going too fast, which we definitely were. I think just because we knew each other.
Why do you think you were going? Why are you assuming you like this girl? Yeah,
I like her. We knew each other before, so it's not like we're meeting each other for the first time.
Let's be honest. You don't think that you're moving too fast. You just think you're moving too fast because she said you're moving too fast. Correct?
I could see why she thinks we're
That's
going
not what
too
I'm
fast.
asking. Do you think you're moving too fast?
A little bit, yes.
Why do you think you're moving too fast?
She lives a little far away. So she lives in Jersey. I live in Long Island. It's a little bit of a trip. I've only seen her 3 times in person. Otherwise, it's just been phone calls and texting, which went from a few times a day to calling every night.
Okay.
And, she would.
So how do you? And this is been going on in November. You do know it's February.
Yeah,
right?
I'm getting to that. That was like the build up. After 2 months, maybe she was like, okay, like I'm not ready for a relationship, because it was getting to that point. I was gonna say something because I went to visit her the previous.
When you say I was gonna say something, what do you mean? What were you gonna say?
So I went to see her at her house in Jersey, and I was gonna ask her what she's looking for, because we never had that talk really. We were just going with the flow. But I never asked that because I just never got the good opportunity. It was
also because you didn't want to know what the answer was.
Yeah, I'm kind of a nervous guy when it comes to that stuff.
I get that, but let's be honest that this was not. So you're not saying it moved too fast, because if she was like, "Oh my God, Dom, you the best thing. Can I suck your dick now? I need to suck it down." You wouldn't be like, "Wait, whoa, you're moving too fast, lady." You wouldn't say that, right?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so then you don't think that you're moving fast. So okay, so let's. So Dom's taking over for Mike. So I gotta. It's going to. I could tell that the chat is going crazy right now. I know they're probably talking all kind, but understand something. Have empathy. Just because you get it, you motherfuckers have been listening to me yap for years, so you know that there's already mistakes being made already. And so, but we gotta put this in a frame. When I ask you a question. So you know the principles of the show is ACE. It's authenticity, tell the truth, credibility, always keep your word and say what you mean and mean what you say, and empathy, understand that people have a different perspective and they've gone through things that you don't. You understand that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I ask you a question, do you think you're moving too fast? You need to listen to the question I'm asking. I'm not asking you what she thinks. I'm not asking if you understand what she thinks. I'm asking you, what do you think? You clearly like this girl, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be hanging out with her from November. November's a long time. If I don't get no ass,
it's been a while, and that's why I'm like, I don't know what to do.
It's already too long. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Now let me say this: does she have any celebrities that she likes? Anybody that you know for? Like male celebrities that she's ever revealed to you?
There's this one comedian, just I don't remember his name. He kind of looks like me though.
Oh,
I've looked him up.
okay.
So
Is
that's
it
a
Joe
good sign.
List?
No.
Because you look like evil Joe List. Can you put a picture of you? Well, not because you don't have a picture of you. But next week, let's put a picture of y'all side by side because I call Dom evil Joe List. But But and she likes this guy. She's a fan of this guy, right?
She's seen him once, but
and she's a fan. She be yapping
she's
about.
not really, but
Okay, but
she knows I work. She knows I work for like a bunch of comedians.
So you don't know if this is a fan or something. And let me skip to the chase. Here's my point. If she was into somebody, right? Let's say, let's use a hypothetical. Let's say she was into Brad Pitt. I mean, Brad Pitt's a little old now, but let's say she was into Brad Pitt. If Brad Pitt was hitting on her, she would not tell Brad Pitt, we're moving too fast. You understand? So you have to understand, you have to put this in the perspective. A level of generality is everything is conditional. She's telling you that she wants to take it slow because it's you. If it was somebody else, like one girl, I mean, for lack of a better terminology, there's some girls who won't make out with you, who won't even kiss you goodnight. And then they'll be with another dude and toss his salad. You understand?
Unfortunately, that's what I'm speculating.
Well, you're absolutely right. Because it all depends on who they're with. All this nonsense about the boundaries and this depends on the person. There's situations where Usher has damn near molested chicks on stage in front of crowds of people while they have husbands and stuff. So people pick and choose. So this standard is a bullshit standard. The standard, I'm not saying you can't respect somebody's standard, but understand something. This is anytime a woman is telling you that, it's what she's talking about is the standards that she's either set up before or sets up specifically for you. One dude she won't kiss goodnight. Another dude she'll give him a rim job. And anybody to tell you that that's not true, they're lying.
That's 100% true. I know other people who have been in that situation, and that's what I'm speculating, because she said she's not ready for a relationship. She's been rushing into things without thinking of like my thoughts and what I'm
you
thinking.
should, or you also should not be subject to the fact that she's made bad decisions, and so now she's willing to put you on pause and hold you at bay because of some dumb shit that she did, which has absolutely nothing to do to you.
Yeah, and I know she's not lying to me about her boundaries and wanting to take things slow. She actually used to talk to one of my good friends, but ghosted him when they were supposed to meet up because they were talking like that. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna meet up."
None of that has.
Ghosted him, blocked him. And
none of that. None of that. Here's why.
Makes sense to me.
But it doesn't. It doesn't, because here's the thing. Like I'm saying, would she do that to Brad Pitt? I mean, hypothetically, would she do that to a guy who she's? Is this a hard and fast rule that? Like no woman has that. No man has that. Nobody has that. People don't have these hard, fast and rules. The rules are there as a boundary, and then we overstep them, or we retract, or we move them based on how we perceive our value in the context of the other person, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, she doesn't want a relationship. It's like this. Guys will be like, oh, I don't want to really get into a relationship because I want to play the field, right? Until you meet a girl who likes you so much, who wants to be with you so much, that she doesn't care if you fuck other people, right? So, I mean, even if a guy says, I don't want to, I'm not really looking for a relationship, what you mean is I'm not looking for a relationship where I have to commit myself to you because I don't think that you're important enough to commit to. That's really what the subtext is. And when I say the subtext, what I mean is the subtext is what you're really saying underneath it. So whether or not she's gone through bad things and she's made how old is she?
She's my age, 22.
Yeah, so she don't know shit. She's a fucking dingbat. I mean, and no offense to you because you're 22 too, but I'm saying this is goofy. Because when you're in a position where somebody wants to rock with you, you all the rules go out the window. I'll give you an example. I used to go, and when I was a young comic, I would audition for the world famous comic strip, and I'd murder, but right away they would go, oh, he's too dirty, right? But I'm too dirty for a 285-pound black dude with a bald head and a bone in his ear and tattoos and neck tattoos. There used to be a girl who they worked the club, right? Who literally used to talk about dudes coming on her back and writing their name on her back over her tramp stamp. So what I'm saying is there is no standard, no across the board standard that applies to everything. It's relative to the person, to the value, and all of those things. Those things. Now, do you want a relationship?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Now that is another mistake, and I'll tell you why. We're gonna go down mistake at a time because you shouldn't want a relationship. What you should be doing is interacting with somebody, putting your best foot forward. They should be putting their best foot forward, and if it feels right and natural, then you move forward. Having these rules, I'll tell you, I've had girls say to me, "Oh, I don't kiss on the first date." And I would go, well, I'm insulted. And I know that would be hard to for somebody. You got to have pretty big balls to say that. But the point is, I don't care what your rules are. I'll respect your rules, but stop acting like, if you could just have a blanket rule that you're going to put on everybody simply because you're too dumb to make the right decisions about the choices that you make and the guys that you're with, it's unfair to me for you not to give me a reasonable chance at getting to know me. Now, if she's saying, I don't feel comfortable with you specifically, that's a whole nother thing. I used to say this all the time. I don't mind not fucking, but I mind can't fucking. Meaning, if you and I together and you're just not comfortable enough to take that next step to be intimate, right? That's fine. But if you have a hard, fast rule about I don't sleep with anybody on the first date or I don't do this for the first, then I'm leaving. I get it. It's fine. You don't like me. You don't feel me. You don't like me that way. And that's fine. But for you to be following these boundaries, you're already setting up in a situation where you're following her boundaries and you're not respecting yours. In fact, you don't even have any boundaries. You're talking to her like you listen to her rules and regulation, and you're going, yeah, I totally get why she would want to take it slow. You didn't hurt her. You You didn't give her identity theft. You didn't cheat on her. You didn't give her an STD. So whatever she's going through, for her to hold you responsible for that is not fair to you, right? And it is almost as if she's assuming the worst about you. Do you understand how that's unfair to you?
Yeah, it's not that.
You're gonna get ready. What you getting ready to do now is you get ready to throw her bail money. You getting ready to bail her out for her bullshit because she's wrong. Now, if she said to you, "Listen, I just don't feel you that way. I don't like you that much," right? Then that's a fair response. But for her to give you this nonsense about what happened before you is just unfair. But go ahead, throw the bail money because I know that's what everybody does.
I know she's not lying to me about. Like
We're not saying she's lying.
I know. It's just I know her past relationship.
I don't care.
He's in a psych ward now, and
she's in a psych ward.
He's in a psych ward now.
Okay, fine.
And I know it fucked her up a lot. So
okay.
And it's not that she doesn't want to talk to me and be like, "We're going too fast. I need to end things." It's she wanted to slow things down, but it's kind of being.
Do y'all make
slow.
out?
No, I don't see her that often. I've only seen her a few times because she lives far away, but.
Dom,
it's just a rocky situation.
No, it's not a rocky situation. You're making it a rocky, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have empathy for what she's gone through, but what you have to, something that I say, I haven't said this on the show in a long time. Put yourself first, because if you don't, they won't. So if you sit around and you let somebody, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't make compromises, right? But for her to be able to dictate the tone of this, simply because she was too dumb to make the right decisions and not know that this dude was a fucking maniac. And why did she not know this guy was a maniac? It's not that she didn't see the red flags. It's that she overlooked the red flags because she liked the dude. You understand?
Yeah.
There's never a situation, very rarely does a woman not see the red flags. But if you're cute enough, they'll overlook it. If they find you sexy, if they find you attractive, if they find you interesting, then so this is what I'm saying. When anytime some girl is giving you these blanket across the board rules, I call bullshit. Because there's a guy, you're saying take it slow, and there's another guy that you would toss his salad if he picked you up at a bus stop. You understand what I'm saying? It's different for everybody, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be honest with yourself about the fact that this is nonsense. And I totally get that she might have went through a bad situation. She got a guy in a sack. But, dog, you're not. So what are we saying now? Every guy that she meets from now till she's 50 years old, she's got to worry about if he's going to end up in a psych ward? No, you just got to open your eyes and watch and acknowledge the red flags when the red flags hit. You're November to February, y'all speak every day?
Yeah.
And this has been going on for how long? Where y'all speak every day?
Since we first started talking to each other.
Okay. So I'm gonna because I will always tell the truth, right? Even if the truth is gonna hurt you. Because I would rather you know the truth and then you can make a decision that's fair to you than to tell you some bullshit because I don't want to tell you the truth. You got to cut this off.
Yeah, and I've been told I'm too nice, and she tells me that too. She goes, "You're way too nice."
Now, if she's saying you're too nice, why she's trying so hard to slow it down?
It's more like she's making fun of me. It's not like serious when she says it.
No, it is not serious. She's saying you're too nice. I've never had a girl tell me I'm too nice.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm not nice. I'm a great dude, though. I'm generous, and I love women. I love goofy shit, and I make compromises. But no woman has ever said saying you're too nice is saying I don't respect you.
Yeah, I definitely put other people in front of me.
And I don't even care about that. What I'm saying is she's saying, in essence, I don't respect you.
Yeah.
And you're sitting around, talk on the phone. You hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You know what I'm saying? This is going on. And she literally could be blowing some other dude before she gets on the phone with you. I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm just saying when she says you're too nice, what she's saying is I don't feel safe with you. And she's saying I don't feel safe with you, and I don't like you that much.
Yeah, we actually have some super chats.
Go ahead.
From Xavier, stop making excuses.
Xavier, what up? Xavier, hold on. Thanks for the super chat, yo. Xavier always looking out, man. Credibility, Xavier. This dude puts something in the hat every fucking show because he knows I'm helping him. And not that he owes me anything, but it is part of the thing that gives you the confidence when you applaud the people that help you. And so I would refer that to you. This woman contributes nothing to your life other than wasting your time.
Well, I don't know. I like at least talking to her. It's even if it goes nowhere, at least I could just like rant about anything to her.
But then it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. Right now it's I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you something. I understand. Don't get me wrong, because I have the empathy for you just like I it's part of Ace. I understand that you don't wanna you would rather keep this going on than not. But you'll never get what you want if you don't think that you're important enough to find somebody whose intention is to make you happy, right? You not only do you clutter your space and your time, and you use up your time with somebody who's probably never going to see you that way, right? And you could meet somebody that that really does like you and really respects the fact that you are a good person and you're generous. You're wasting time with somebody who knows that you like her. She knows that she has the upper hand, and she's basically saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna see what other options I have." And then she's talking to you every day, so you're getting the comfort of what it means to have a boyfriend, with no sex, no intimacy, and none of which you want. I'm not saying that you don't want to have to talk to her and stuff like that, but what I am saying is she has to give nothing. She's not making any compromise. What did the super chat say? Did they say anything?
It was just that one stop making excuses for her, Dom, from Xavier, and then we had another one from Draga from a little bit ago.
Which
saying
said
the phrase is emotional tampon.
They know it because they know what I'm gonna say. A lot of times they know what I'm gonna say before they ask. So I'm gonna give you. You want me to give you the advice, or what do you? What's the question?
So it's not like I've been super exclusive. I've been trying to kind of be, because things were pretty serious at one point.
With this girl?
Yeah, but ever since.
No, it was not. There's nothing serious about you not fucking somebody.
Well, it's not like there wasn't anything sexual at all.
Did you make out with her or no?
No, just because I've only seen her twice.
She give you a blowy?
No.
Hand job?
We were with her family the second time, and then
I've had chicks give me a hand job at Thanksgiving dinner under the table. Women do what they want to do to the guys they want to do it. I've had girls. I've talked about this before. Back in the days when I was stripping, I was in Long Island. Anybody who's heard this story, you're just gonna have to hear it again. I go in and they give me this little side bathroom to get dressed, to put my costume on, right? Oil up and the bride to be comes in the bathroom, right? I'm changing, right? She hits me, bop, 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 hits me with a blowy, right? We get busted by the mother-in-law. Let me be clear. You know what I mean by the mother-in-law. Not her mother, but the groom's mother. You know what the groom's mother said? Bitch, you in here sucking dick and you didn't call me? Do you understand what I'm saying? And both of them fucked me in the bathroom. The groom's mother and the bride. So, like, this idea, when we hold women at this or at this level and posture this level as if they're pristine, there's some dirty bitches like you wouldn't believe. So imagine the wedding was the next day. This guy's marrying this woman, right? Who is his bride to be has slept with the stripper and had a threesome with his mother and me, his mother, and his bride to be. If I didn't know that people are different, like the things that I've seen and things I've seen women do, I would never trust women. But you have to understand it's people are individuals and people will do different things there's different standards for different people. And when you understand that, you go ahead. But what is the question?
So I haven't spoken to her in a few days. Right now she's in the hospital. She has the flu, strep throat. She's been sick.
Or
but I'm
mono.
trying to-
Or mono.
I don't know. She went on a trip too that ended badly. She said she got sexually assaulted. And so right now she's been very off the rails.
Did she
and-
say, what did she tell you the story of how she got sexually assaulted?
No. She
Okay.
told me the next day, but she didn't want to get any details because she was sick and she didn't want to text me it. And then I
Dom,
never got to call her. And
run. I understand that you think that these details matter. This is November. If she doesn't know you, go ahead, answer the door. If she doesn't know that you're a good guy at this point, if she doesn't understand that if she doesn't know that you're a good guy at this point, right? It doesn't take long to know who somebody is. It doesn't take that long. Don't get me wrong. I think people can be deceptive and stuff. But I mean, I met you how many times? Like maybe 2 weeks ago?
like 3 or 4 maybe.
Maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Okay. Do you get it? Are you confused about who I am as a person?
No.
No, I'm just right up front. And I understand that I'm up front and it's easy because I'm an open book. But it doesn't take November to February for her to know whether she likes you or not.
Yeah, I know she likes me. Just right now, my question is, should I continue talking to her but keep what I'm doing? Because lately I have been talking to other girls. Nothing serious has happened, but do I keep her at least in my life for a little bit and keep talking to other girls and see just what happens with whatever? Or
No.
cut her off completely. You think?
And don't even be apologetic about this whole sexual assault thing because I don't really believe this. This doesn't. All of this sounds fishy. You've been talking to her every day since November. For her to have a traumatic situation like that, and you talking for hours on the phone and speaking to each other every day, and she didn't even confide in you and what it was, and then you're too nice. There's so many red flags here that she's just stringing you along. And so the way that she's got you in the friend zone, and she's dangling this carrot as that if you just wait long enough, that you'll catch up to the carrot at some point in time when she has no intention. You know how you change that? You change that dynamic and say, listen, clearly you don't like me. She'll go, no, I do like you. Yeah, not enough. Not to the extent that who you are and how you treat me warrants any more of my time. So I appreciate you. I wish you all the luck in the world, but I'm done. I just think I should move on because I need to be with somebody who's interested in making me happy the way and you can tell her, look, I really like you. And I really want to make you happy, but I don't think you respect me, and I don't think you appreciate the fact that I'm a type of guy that wants to see you happy, and you clearly don't want to see me happy. And that's okay. That's your prerogative. But you're not worth my time. Now, I know you're not going to say that because that's too harsh for you to say. But the sentiment has to be that. Look, this is too long. I don't want to wait anymore, and I want to be with somebody who wants to be with me. Period. And then stop talking to her. Now, the minute you do that, there's two things that'll either happen. She will either swing back and be, like you cut it off, and then she'll give you a, hey, what's up? I was just going. At such a point in time, you should go, hey, what's up? What's going on? How can I help you? It shouldn't be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I just call it. Yeah, I thought we went through this already. I'm not interested in wasting my time with you. And then she has to this way she's forced to make a decision. Or you can stick around and wait around and she'll lead you on and lead you on and lead you on until, what up, y'all? She'll lead you on, and then eventually when she finds somebody who she does want to blow, she's going to blow him. And you're going to be heartbroken. November to, Yam, you there? Get on the mic real quick. Dominic in the house. Yam.
Yes.
And Yam, that's my girl.
Why can't I be on camera?
Because he don't have the camera. He don't got the camera set up.
I want to. Okay, yeah.
Here you go.
Tell me what.
Yum, if you like a dude,
Yeah.
right? If you like a dude and the chemistry is there, how long does it take you to fuck this dude?
Oh, I've already fucked him in my head 1,000 times. Before I fucked him, I done already. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Dom is dating a girl. He's been not. I mean, they're long distance, but he's been talking on the phone with her since November.
I don't believe in long distance.
I agree. I don't want you to add more into this
sorry.
shit. But
And
plus, this bitch, and he from Staten Island. I hate the ferry. I don't want you to do
I don't
that.
fuck with a nigga on 59th Street because I'm in Harlem. Okay.
So, but I get that. But my point is, no chick keeps you around from November to February if she's interested.
Can I say something to the guys?
Yeah, but don't start your shit.
No, I'm not gonna start my shit.
All
I'm
right.
only gonna come in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna come in here like a pick-me, one of these bitches.
Don't stop. Here you go.
All right. What I will say to these men is, you have to understand the same thing as they have to tell women. When a man is interested in you,
he's interested.
He's interested. You ain't gotta beg him. You ain't gotta call him. And I'm telling you, as a woman,
this
who
is
has
why I
called
fuck with you, and this is why you fuck with me, because
Yeah.
I don't have a different rule for men and women.
Right. Yeah.
I call
It's the
the
same. But I see a lot of men who find their sort of dream girl, this girl that they're
Or what
trying
they
to
perceive
as a dream girl.
Right.
She ain't working for you. This ain't right for you. But it's like, can I hold on to that? And then she strings you along just enough. Because let me tell you something about women. Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I'm about to give you a little tea I shouldn't give.
There's nothing that you didn't say that I haven't said already.
Okay, well, I don't want to validate anything that you may have said because you know how you get down.
Don't start no shit
okay,
with me.
fine.
Right.
Sorry, Daddy. That'll make a few dicks hard. They
Yeah,
love
they
that.
do.
Oh, look at this. The bitch loud nigga bitch. But she said, sorry, Daddy. We love my dick hard. Okay, so a woman will go, I'm not feeling good about myself, just like a man will.
Yeah.
I need this. I don't really have anybody that's entertaining my time. At least when I need a pick-me-up, here's this sucker
And so
nigga
she's
that I
an
can waste time
emotional
with.
terrorist.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I stand with that.
You see what I'm saying, Don? So, and how
the
do
thing
you...
about it is you better than that because you a good-looking guy. That
And
beard and everything.
and here's what she also said, you're such a nice guy.
Right.
So,
Right.
So, Don, what I say is, and this is my advice. You call her up. You say, listen, this is not really working for me.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. You don't really like me like that, and it's okay. But I don't. The compromise that you're willing to make is no longer worth my time,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to end this. I wish you all the luck in the world, and you cut it off at me. If she likes you,
She gonna
holler.
What? Well, she
gonna
gonna
holler.
activate that.
That pussy gonna get juicy immediately.
But the thing is, you guys have to. Once you put a chick in that kind of position, you got to continue to stay consistent to that type of being that type of man.
You have to have credibility.
Right. And it's not, and notice in that, it's not this sort of what I would consider, although I know you don't like these words, toxic masculinity. It is this man who is saying, I acknowledge that whatever you got going on in your space is not gelling with putting me first or putting me anywhere that can. That's totally fine. So now you have a man
but I'm not
who
going
is
to
not
waste my
competing
time
on a woman like that, but also
Exactly.
saying you're not the only fish in the sea, bitch, and you've been acting like I'm the only motherfucking fish in the sea.
And understand this. Don't do this as a technique. Because real game is no game. I don't teach niggas game. I'm saying you have to be honest. And if you're not willing to step away, honestly end it because of the fact that it doesn't work for you, and you're gonna go back later or call me, then you will lose all credibility, and she will string you along, and she'll always have the magic key. She'll have the skeleton key to turn you up or turn you down, and you'll be a yo-yo.
Dante, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I want to share a story about how Dante helped me. Just one of the stories, because I be calling Dante so much, we might need to get AT&T involved. But Dante done seen me through the trilogy of fuck niggas. I'm telling you, it's been Lord of the fuck nigga rings. But okay, because he know me since I was in my 20s, nigga. I'm 46. It's been so many fuck niggas, and you get the train of fuck niggas.
Right.
One day, I was crushing on this dude, and why I'm saying it's a full circle moment, because I was talking to Jonathan Randall's in the building. We was walking over here, and I was
Come on, get to the point. I gotta take calls. Come on.
Okay,
Come
well,
on.
hold on, nigga. I never seen a nigga try to rush somebody praising them.
on, Mom.
Fuck these niggas in they calls.
Stop.
Okay, all right. So I was with this fuck nigga. I wanted to go to the movies. Remember this with the movies?
Yes.
Okay. He told me about the. I said, Dante, this guy straight me along. He said he was gonna go to the movies. Not gonna go to the movies. I'm just sitting here.
And you're sitting there waiting for him to call. Okay.
Dante said, text this nigga back and say, you know what?
Never mind.
Never mind.
Not even a sentence. Tell him, never mind, I'm good. Right? Now, what did he do when you sent him that? And I didn't say, hey, I'm busy, such and such.
Right.
I said, send him, never mind, lowercase n.
He said, I'm on your way to your crib to come get you. I said, what? No, never mind. No, what? We went to the movies.
Right.
Now, after that, I went back to the same goofy bitch that I was not fucked up.
Right.
But thank you for that moment.
But on the chess move was Queen to Bishop 6. I gave you the chess move. You just didn't keep playing the game.
Yeah.
And this is the point. The point is you have to understand that if you lead with actions, Dom, then there is no clear that your intentions are clear. So a woman has to make a decision based on the fact that she knows you're a credible dude. Mm-hmm. If you're not asking this and you've been letting her string you along since November because your hope is that eventually it will change. And what I'm telling you is it will not change unless you start saying to yourself, I am my time, my energy, and who I am is valuable. And if you don't see that, that's fine. But then fuck off. Because I'm not going to sit and waste that. And that's the same thing I would tell Yam or tell any woman in the first place. It's okay that somebody don't like you. It is not okay for somebody to just string you along and use you and be a fucking emotional terrorist. So my advice to you is when we finish tomorrow, when you call her up, Mooney Tootsie Baby Booby Booby Booby.
I know the bitch name ain't Moonsie.
I don't know what it is. But you call her up and you just say, listen, I really enjoy your company and I really like you, but clearly this is not reciprocated, and I don't have any space for this in my life. I want to be with somebody who wants to make me happy as much as I want to make them happy. And if you're not down with that, that's okay. And she's saying, well, I need some time. Yeah, fuck you. So she said that she had a guy, she had a bad situation. But
women come in with that. When they leave with that, that's already an excuse.
It's already an excuse that she's setting you up. You understand, Dom? And I understand that this is difficult to hear because it's honest.
No, don't. I've been through this.
Yeah,
okay,
but I understand it's hard. He's only 22. I get it too. But
he young.
Yeah,
fuck bitches you about to run through.
But this is the point. You have to learn to maintain your credibility. Nobody don't invite me over to their house at 1 o'clock in the morning to play Scrabble.
Oh no, we fucking, nigga. And I'm saying this as a bitch because I know it like, I'm telling you, don't go to no nigga house at 1 o'clock unless you ready to fuck.
Right.
That's crazy.
But the point is, and if a woman is leading you on from November, December, January, it's February, and you ain't even really made out with her.
What's that meme they got on Instagram? January, February. She about to do a year countdown with you, nigga. Come on.
You gotta stand up. Let's put the number up, Mom. Yama, if you gonna hang out, you could chime in, but I need you to.
I will respect you. See
how
I sat back so I kept my mouth quiet.
But let me tell you why, Yam, we rock the way we rock, because I'm never different.
No, that's true. I mean, we ain't never disconnected.
No.
Yeah, we ain't had no fucking You were legit. You know I trust you with everything.
I know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's okay if somebody don't like you as much as you like them.
Yeah. That's a hard thing to learn, though, because that's my biggest problem. My ego is like, what the fuck you mean you don't like me enough to do this and be this and be... Yeah, you got to
And you can't... And what... So let me give you the rule to that so that you'll understand. Because I'm glad you're here because you get to see what I do in full connection. Never let emotion have a seat at the table. Yeah. The reason why you don't let emotion have a seat at the table, because whenever you have emotion have a seat at the table, what you will always find is that it will clog your ability to make logical decisions. That is fear. That's ego. That's jealousy. Any emotion, whatever your proficiency at something, is reduced to 1/3. We got a call. Let's go. I'm hot. I got big shout out to all the bros. Ah!
Look good.
Hey, what's up, Dante?
What's going on? Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Dante, this is Xavier.
What up, Dave? How you doing, bro? Thank you for Dave just hit me in the cash app. Wait, what happened to my?
Yep.
There we go. What up, Dave?
Hey, what up? No, I was just listening to Dom's story, and the same thing happened to me. Textbook. You know, I'm married now, but long story short, what happened? Same thing. She strung me along, you know, and it's that thing of like false hope.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I've been through that road. I want Dom to be happy, so it's like don't go that way. I've gone that way, you know.
And Dom, you see, this dude's a stranger, and he knows your pain. Dominic is telling you she knows your pain, and we're telling you you're worth this, because it's always the guys who are the nicest guys, because they don't give off that I need to fuck this nigga right now, because you're making them too. Nobody's uncomfortable with me, but no chick is comfortable with me. Like, you not.
Now that's a lie. You know I'm comfortable
But
with you.
you know what I mean.
Okay.
You know, fuck around, you could get it.
You
Like,
right. Oh, yeah,
don't
okay.
be.
I know. I know how to act. I have protocol for Dante.
I will go balls deep on you. Stop. Don't be playing around, because you can get it. So, but you gotta. But there's. All the way, balls deep, all the way in.
I told you to hurry up. It's been 20 years. I'm sorry, young man who called in. Thank you for. You know, I loved his spirit, because even he's saying and congratulations on being married. He remembers those times.
Yeah.
And what I want people to understand is it happens to men and it happens to women. It's a human thing to feel rejected.
Everything that I say, it applies to both sides. It's just. But you got to understand, you can't really fix the relationship from the woman's side, because the woman, because you're pursuing the woman, she's not pursuing you, and because of that, you can't, and the boundaries have to be set from the guy's perspective, and the ability to respect the woman's boundaries has to also be set with the guy, and this is why I'm not rich, because Steve Harvey could sell 1,000 books to 1,000 women, millions of women, because women ask for advice. Men don't ask for advice until they're dating somebody for 4 months and hadn't even made out with her yet.
Well, Steve Harvey been married 4 times, so it's like we shouldn't be asking him for no advice.
You shouldn't be asking him for shit.
Women want to ask a nigga in a suit with a mustache who rolls numbers for a living.
Getting ready to
right? He asking you what's the top answer, you ask this nigga about love.
Yam is on.
No, I'm sorry. You know, I'm pro women, but some of the shit we do be goofy as hell.
Yeah, right. So
I want to add one more thing, if that's okay.
Go ahead, Go ahead, Zay.
Yeah. So same thing, Dom. So when I was younger, you know, we were friends and whatever, but then, you know, at a certain point I was like, this is not working, you know, and I didn't have Dante. I was like, this doesn't feel good. So, you know, I did the work and I got married, but long story short, I learned that girl that was playing me at the time, she's married. Well, she's not really married. She's been engaged for like 2 or 3 years to a guy that's pretty much doing the pretty much
doing to her what she did to everybody else.
Yeah. They're not happy. You can tell.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and
sometimes people like to be done dirty.
Yeah, but it's not so much that they like. I'm going to tell you what it is. The deeper feeling is this: when you don't have self-esteem, right? If somebody treats you better than you're accustomed to be treated,
yes,
they will go, "Oh, I know I ain't shit. How come you don't know I ain't shit? It must be something wrong with you that you can't see that I'm a piece of shit." And so they treat you like trash because they're accustomed to being treated like trash. And this is all subconscious. It's a lot of times it's not malicious, it's not intentional. This goes back to us not being loved enough as children, or not being nurtured enough, or not being good enough. And the people who because a picture, you're a little baby or a little child, and you're looking up to these adults who have full autonomy over you, and so your value is attached to how much they love you. And if you don't get that, you could be 50 years old and still be looking for the accolades or the thing. Look, and when a chick says to me, I want to take it slow. I've been through some bad situations. Listen, I've been with chicks who said that and then tossed my salad that night because so it can't be, or it can't be true. You fuck with the nigga you fuck with.
I mean, that's true. But I understand being traumatized. Sometimes I tell dudes, like, I'll be like, yo, like, I just dealt with fun. But I've dealt with some crazy niggas that I need a break from.
Yes, but doing that, you don't take a dude and you don't take a nice dude and just lead him on as an emotional terrorist and that's just some fuckboy shit,
Yeah.
Or some fuck girl shit. And this is the difference in when we talk about Red Pill and we talk about Kevin Samuels and all this stuff. Yeah. Dog, you got to understand that human beings are human beings. Don't get me wrong that women approach things differently. But it's not wrong, it's just different, and we have to acknowledge what the position is. Do you have the empathy to understand that we approach things differently? Our lives are different. Like, can you imagine? I always use this analogy. My allergies are wilding. But if you lost an arm, right? If you lost an arm, think about how much your life would change if you had one of your arms amputated, right? Thank you, babe. If you
I'm just trying to make sure I get in the camera.
All right, I'm gonna log off, Dante.
All right, Xavier.
Yep, appreciate it. Yep.
So,
right.
So if you lose an arm, think about how much that changes your life, right? You understand what I'm saying, Dom? Like everything, the way you pour juice, how you wash yourself, how you try. Can you imagine if tomorrow you woke up with a vagina?
Oh shit!
How different your life is that tomorrow you had a vagina.
You need a pamphlet, nigga. You can't just get a pussy without a pamphlet.
And you can't, and you gonna master it. Or how about this? You a chick and tomorrow you wake up with a dick.
Okay.
It's a lot more complicated.
But I could definitely put it in my ass, right?
How big is your?
I'm just saying.
Anyway, we got the number up, 513-202 Nero. Phone calls is up. We got a call yet or no? Go ahead, man.
I just want to read the super chats.
Yeah.
One from Valance Michael.
Valance, what's going on?
From when
this is a super chat?
Yeah.
How much?
$5.
Yeah.
Shout out to Valance.
She is not what you want her to be.
She's what?
She's not what you want her to be. Oh,
Right.
And then there's another one from $5 from Shane Shooter.
Shane Shooter.
Sometimes dudes put how hot a woman is over their own respects and principles.
Say that one more time.
Sometimes dudes put how hot a woman is over their own respect.
Absolutely.
Women do the same.
And in a different way.
It's a way. Well, let me tell you how we're the same.
Well, that's the same.
I like to drop tea, right? I like to drop tea.
What do you mean by that?
Info, gossip, right?
Okay.
From time to time, to laugh about.
Talk shit.
And Zane came in here with some hot tea about that bitch and how her life turned out. You see what I'm saying? Just call here, young man.
Oh,
Zane,
Xavier. Yeah.
Oh, Xavier. He came in with some tea about that bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And she not doing well.
Right. So that's. You have any more? Go ahead. We got a call. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Dante? This is Ace from Philly.
What's up, Ace?
I called last week about my wife and her, our homegirl from Venezuela. But I want to talk about the topic that
let's
about
go.
About the young boy, man. Yo, listen, bro, I've been through it before, man. I'm gonna give you a short story. So I'm dealing with this girl. I was dealing with her for like 2.5 months, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We blazed. So one day we blazing on my porch. We blazing weed.
Right.
I didn't hit it. Like you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Okay.
So two of my homies came up on the porch. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? This is Kiki. I'm gonna call it Kiki. This is Kiki.
Right.
And then my man Frank came on. He was like, yo, what's up, Ace? I'm like, yeah, this is Kiki. He was like, oh, I know her.
Oof, okay.
I know her real good.
So he smashed. He smashed.
Dang. Exactly.
Right.
So you know, what I mean, I looked at her like, okay, all right, that's what it is, huh? Like, so whatever. Long story short, a couple of days later, I see my man Frank. He's like, yo, Ace, what's up, man? Did you hit that? I was like, nah, man. And he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What you doing, man? I was like, hey, man, it is what it is. So, you know, I mean, I just stopped dealing with her, you know what I mean, because I knew it wasn't going nowhere since she done hit this guy. Like,
Okay,
you know
okay,
what
stop.
I mean? Like,
I got
yeah.
it. So Ace, let me say this. We have to have the same respect that you want by a chick to be like, she has every right to sleep who she wants to sleep with and don't sleep who she don't want to sleep. So I don't want us to, because once you do that, you're doing the male version of letting your ego get to you. Just because she smashed your man don't mean she gonna smash you, and it doesn't make her a bad person because she smashed your man and didn't smash. Now, if she smashed everybody, right, then even that may not be the key, because everybody might have been her type and you might not have. You got to understand something. We can't take this personal. We have to, like, when you buy a house, you got to buy the house based on what it's worth today. Not what it was worth last year or what it's going to be worth 10 years from now. We have to be honest. That's the first part of ACE, which is authenticity, is that we need to be honest about all aspects of it, which means if you're honest and somebody's not honest, it will all fall apart, because you're gonna find it. What don't come out in the rinse, what doesn't come out the wash comes out in the rinse. So, but what you're saying is, oh, you stepped off of such and such and such. Yeah, okay, it's fine that you could decide that you don't want to waste your time. Who's holding you off? But what she's really saying is, you ain't the one. And your man is. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be disrespectful to you. I'm saying to you, everybody don't want everybody.
I think in this particular case, if I'm not wrong, I think we didn't even get to that point because he's saying the fact that she got with the homie turned him off.
Yeah.
And as a woman, I would just like to ask, because you know a lot of times I get a bad rap, but I do love everybody. I'm just curious, what depreciates a woman? It could not. Is it that she has had sex with the homie, and you feel like she's had sex with guys and it depreciates her, or do you think that there's a whole quality in her where she just cannot stop fucking dudes? Because women who have had sex with maybe a good portion of men,
she got a body count,
right, may not be who. You know, it's just like at 46. Only reason why I haven't had a hard track record of niggas because I was a virgin until I was 27.
Right.
But at 46, how many niggas you expect me not to have had out here in these streets?
Well, so here's what
But I'm
saying.
asking him if for him does that would appreciate.
Let me jump ahead of it, because what did I just say? You cannot let emotion have a seat at the table. We need to make these decisions from a logical perspective, which is take a step back. And what happened to you, Ace, was you was like, oh, she smashed the homies. Oh, she's a hoe. But what you're really doing is you're protecting your ego, because you don't want to think that she would fuck your man but not fuck you. And that's very possible. Trust me. I have smashed a lot of chicks that other niggas wouldn't. And it's just because I am, like, you got to understand, a woman is assessing you for who you are. Now, don't get me wrong, you have women who are broken and who are trying to dilute intimacy by having multiple partners and stuff, but that's a whole nother thing. What we're talking about is the concept. Understand something. Women don't know what they want. Their pussy does. The attraction is a visceral thing.
My pussy been trying to get on the mic for a minute.
All right, go ahead. What do you want to say?
No, but I think it also, he has to be concerned about, I'm gonna take my shit out of it for a second. I think he has to also be concerned with his friend, right? Because the other thing that Ace may be thinking is like, now he got this girl, he investing in her, he trying to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he knows with her, he thinks his friend also knows with her. He's
making assumptions about this that he doesn't know. He doesn't have this information, and why is he making this? Why, Ace, this is why you made the assessment, is because your ego was hurt by it. You feel me?
My ego be getting hurt all the time.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And the thing is, the question with Yamanika, it was on a tip where, you know what I'm saying, since my homie hit, And I'm like, oh man, you
Yeah,
my
right.
homie?
It turns you off because your homie is
And
like that
that's-
nigga,
yeah.
right?
And you
Right.
also like, I know this nigga ain't shit.
Yo,
Like,
right,
you,
right.
that's your
Right,
guy.
Listen.
He
Not
did-
Twan,
he
that
did-
nigga.
He did like Obama said. That's your guy. This is your guy.
Yo, and at the same time,
Yeah.
my homie was married. You dig what
Oh,
I'm saying?
word.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you gotta start
Whoa.
dropping the T
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you got-
faster, Ace.
But
We
it
need
don't,
to-
but you got but the rule has to fit without the marriage or without.
No,
it's
sure, I understand.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
felt
saying.
like there was more to meets the
Oh,
eye.
sure.
with
Because
the-
if he'd have
yeah.
said that she
Yeah.
was married, then you would
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, she knows. The question was, did she know he was married?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay, and then
yeah.
everything you said was actual
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
factual.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ace, how
Yes,
your situation? Because Ace, you married now, right?
Oh yeah, this is back in the '90s when I had that shit. I'm married now.
How's your
Married with
how's
kids.
your marriage going? Like, is
Good.
all that
It's
going?
good. He called last
Oh,
week and
perfect.
he said that you're gonna love this.
Okay.
So his wife's Puerto Rican. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
His wife's Puerto Rican. And she was a Trump fan. And
No.
so he was like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Right.
And he was like, "Yo, it's almost like you climbing up the ladder, and then you gonna pull the ladder up, and then and she was, and so he was like, "Yo, you got two of your best girls. Both of them from South America. They
Right.
both have kids, and this dude is trying
Right.
to." And so, sure enough, right now, her two friends are living in his house, hiding out
My
because
God.
he's afraid. They're afraid to get deported.
Yeah, and they both got jobs. They scared to go to work in the whole nine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
Ace,
crazy,
have
but
you
you
ever
know, it is
had
what it
a
is.
problem with your wife prior to that in terms of where you guys meet in the because you're black, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
she's
ma'am.
Puerto Rican. Have you had any type of race relations issues with her in the past?
You asked me. Oh, before I met her, if I had
No,
any type
with
of-
her,
like,
with her.
with her.
No, I can't understand your question. If I
Okay,
had
like,
any
so
race
okay,
where did
I
she-
got you.
where-
Is
right.
there
How
okay?
did she just become a Trump supporter without you knowing that? Is basically what I'm saying.
Or what did she like about
Oh.
Trump? What did she like about Trump?
Oh, basically, you know what I'm saying? She liked the Trump because of just because she was saying that
he says
he
what
speaks to us, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. He's a liar.
Right.
Like, cut it out. But you know what I'm saying? And even back in 2016, she voted for Hillary. She hated Trump,
Right.
and then I'm thinking because of tell you the truth, I'm thinking because Kamala.
Oh
was
my
running-
God, Ace, I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, no, let's get okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
no, Ace,
but
don't
you
say
gotta,
no more. You on the right track,
Right.
but you in a marriage, you got to figure out how to maintain that.
But he
and da-da-da.
did because
but a conversation
but
needs
he
to
did,
be had.
he
That's
did,
very
he
dangerous.
did, and
that
now
mindset. Yeah.
and now, so
Okay.
let me fill you in. So
Okay.
now she was like, "You so right,"
Oh, okay.
and because
okay.
now her girlfriends are hiding out.
Right, right.
Because, but when you are not confronted with that kind of racism and that kind of
But Ace
non-inclusion,
is a black man. She should have already had that kind of
Yeah, but
experience.
you
Right,
can't-
but I'm just saying. Okay, right,
you
right,
can't,
right.
you can't. I mean,
Right, right,
the point that you know, put the number up too. Put
But
the
that's
number
the shit
up.
I be talking about when I talk about interracial relationships. But that's neither here nor there. Ace, I'm glad you were able to get your wife on the right track. It's important now.
And she
more
listened
than
to
ever.
him, and he had the
Right, but I'm
conversation
glad
with him.
that we got to a good place because
Yeah.
it's hard to talk to some of these
Yeah.
motherfucking Trump supporters. They don't want to get up off of that.
All right.
So
Hold-
Ace,
okay.
I wish you nothing but the best with your relationship, and thankfully you are there to support these
And
young
he's
women.
listening. He's on my call. He's on my lives every day listening.
What a
and
blessing! What a
yeah.
supporter! Yeah, let's give him a bump. I don't need a for him. Come on, When you moving slow with these buttons.
ain't-
Dante. Burp, 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 burp.
All right. Okay. So, but yo, thanks, Ace. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. You're
Thank
the best,
you,
bro.
Ace.
Yo, my Cash App is up. Yo, give me some money. Stop playing. The number's up 513-202 Nero. You know how we getting it in. We always getting it in. We have to understand on a base level. What are you doing, yo?
I'm gonna show him a shoulder blade for.
Stop. Yum, get out of here. Yum,
What
you
it
know,
take for you niggas to give us some money?
Yeah, you know, Yum, you know that sports
Look
bra
how good
is
we look.
them big ass titties. That sports bra is cutting into your trapezoids right now. Go on the mic over there and stop.
So we do have a caller.
Yeah, let's go.
Just before that, I want to read the super chats.
Let's go.
Yeah, Monica, we got one for you.
Oh what? Yes.
Blues.
Oh my
Blues
God, you ain't
14
gonna shut
said,
this
"You
bitch
look
up
great.
ever."
They need a female. You're the only reason I'm here."
Oh, what a sweet! Don't say that around Dante. He beat my ass
I don't.
tomorrow.
I mean, look. If she's only on because if she's saying the only reason why,
So sweet.
the only reason why she's here is because she's a female, then you have.
No, but I understand what they mean. Dante, listen, thank you, my love. I love you, and I need all of the love I can get. Cause Dante, you know, sometimes I be catching it hard in these fucking comments.
Not from me though.
I know.
Yeah, I always got
Thank
your
you,
back.
baby. That means a lot to me.
But I want to say something to that. I'm not discriminating. You got to understand something.
Definitely don't.
I call the balls and strikes, and I'm always having a balance touched. I always want to be balanced because this idea, if you go on the internet, people would think that men and women they hate each other and stuff, and it's just not true. People are dating all the time, but what happens is people are walking into these relationships with trauma. And the trauma is dictating how they operate, and they don't even understand that it's the trauma that's creating the problem. So if you don't clean all that dirt out in the first place, you're walking into a situation with trauma that you have that hasn't been dealt with. And I think that, like, when I say if you ACE is authenticity, credibility, and empathy. That means you approached every day with telling the truth. Not just telling the truth to people around you, but being honest and telling the truth to yourself and not lying to yourself about where you are and what you're doing. Secondly, keeping your word, maintaining your credibility, and understanding that you empathy to know that people have gone through things that you don't go. So, like, even when you're talking about Ace and his Puerto Rican, she doesn't she has a racial animus because there's colorism and stuff in Puerto Rico, but she's not a black woman, and so her not understanding that is only a problem if she's not willing to listen.
But I'm glad they got to a place where
Yeah.
she did, because if not, then that's just a waste of time. For as much flack as black women get about certain shit, it's like we got to be holding everybody to the fire.
We got a call. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
Yo, Dante.
What's up?
Solano.
What up, Solano? This is my little shorty. I've been consulting with this kid since he was 17, Solano.
Yep.
Since he was 17. How old are you now, Solano?
I'm 23.
This is like my son. Like I'm raising
Let's
him.
hurry up and get him off the phone. I need an age
You need
nigga,
one-
like
you
a
need a
nigga with some real age.
Yeah, I'm
23 is too
not
young.
gonna let you lick his booty. I'm not
Is
even
he
gonna let
fine?
it. He's a good looking kid.
Listen, you ever been with a big black girl with nice juice on her?
Yo,
Huh?
Yum.
What?
Yum. I just want to say you're funny as hell, and actually, I do like them big. I do like.
Oh,
them
you
big.
do?
Not Lizzo big, but you know.
I will
mean,
not
they
let you
gotta be
destroy
No,
his
baby,
life.
thank you. I have to meet him now.
He's
You
a
know,
good-looking
one
kid,
time,
too.
23,
And
I could teach him some
he's a
things.
fashion, like he's a designer. And
Oh, you know I'm into fashion.
He's not.
Do you design for women?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I gotta
He's
see.
going to school for.
You know I'm
clothes
all about
design.
okay, because I might need a couple pieces. If you can got enough fabric,
Hit her on the gram.
yeah, hit me on the gram.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can get you right.
Okay, thank you. That's what I need. Get right.
He's going to school right now, and
What a
he's going to school
blessing.
for design. And he actually met me in England. Came out and met me in England. He's
What?
from the States, but
That's
he met
beautiful.
me, yeah, it's my little man. So I
Dante,
appreciate
you're
it.
such a great spirit. People
Thank
just
you,
be
baby.
falling in love with you.
Thank you, baby.
Rocking
such
out
a
in the
good
comedy show and all that.
Yeah, he came. He see me. You know, I was eating them alive.
I know you was. Them
But,
Pimp
Selena,
Cherry
what up?
niggas?
Some of them is funny though.
No, they're for sure.
So what's up, Selena? What you got for me?
Yo, so last night I was on the fashion floor. I was doing work, and this one girl who I'm talking to, who been cool with it for a minute. I'm having her help me. She was working on her own project and helping me at the same time.
Right.
And then one of my classmates had come in later in the night while we were all in the same room, and she was on one side and then I was on the other side with my classmate, and we were laughing. We were having a good time. We were making jokes, and at first I thought she was just tired. When I went back over with my friends, or with the girl I'm talking to get help, she was helping me with my project throughout the night, her energy had shifted. So she was being colder. She was like, when I go up to her, she wasn't taking her headphones off. She was acting like I wasn't there. And I was
Okay, so
poking
she
her
was
and
jealous.
and then-
She
No,
got
because I
jealous.
was saying that friend was a girl.
Say again?
Your
The
friend that
friend.
came in was a girl.
Yeah, it was a classmate.
Yeah, but you
No,
gotta say
but you
she was-
gotta.
Let me. Okay,
He's so young.
Yeah, I know.
No. But no, Dante. This is. But I've been clear, and she knows. Like we've been through this multiple times.
You've been
Again and
clear
again.
about what?
About we're not together. This is an open relationship.
Okay, so he's
but
messing
I'm
with
not
her, but
flaunting, but I wasn't
he's 23
flaunting
years
that in her
old.
face.
Let me give the background.
Okay, because I need the background.
So
Yeah.
he's 23 years old. He's not ready to make a commitment to anybody, but he's upfront about the fact that, like, look, I'm 23 years old. That's not where I'm at. I don't want a relationship.
No.
And we can hang if you want to
No.
hang, and if you don't want to hang, you don't have
From
to
a
hang.
woman's perspective, let me tell you why that will never work with women. And I know women do want a nigga that's gonna be upfront, but if you're gonna be upfront about you not ready for nothing, you can only fuck with a girl that's not ready for nothing. And there's plenty of girls out there because you will find if you not and you have to verify that girl's not ready for nothing because girls will go, no, it's okay, and in the back
but
of our
Yum,
mind,
here's my thing,
we
though.
cooking up shit, and that's why he's in the situation.
Yes, but here's my point.
Yeah.
Here's my point.
Yeah.
You have to have the respect for women that you allow them to be adults and that they have the autonomy. You can give them the information and you tell them what it is. That's what your responsibility is. If she's going, I still want to fuck with you, then it's not your
Right, it's on her,
responsibility.
yeah.
But until the fact that you're telling her that this is the boundary and she keeps overstepping the boundary, at that point you have to say,
Dante.
Yeah.
Tell Dante, you know I'm this girl.
yes, I
You know
that.
I'm this girl
And
that
what
he's
do I- and what do I tell
I
you
know,
all the
but
time?
Dante.
And what do I tell you?
But Dante, who talking to her?
I want to be clear. Dante. This
Yeah.
was the when I called you a couple weeks ago. This was the girl who was getting ready to leave.
Yeah, okay. I know
You remember that?
Yeah.
And so you were right.
So
right. She
real
didn't
quick, let me just
actually-
put this
she didn't
out.
actually-
Selena's been doing consultations with me for a while. Go to DanteNero.com, click on consult. You can consult with me directly whenever you want. You have a problem, we'll talk it out. So what's the question, Selena? What's the question?
She was acting weird. She just stopped talking to me.
Okay,
and
but
I
what's the
thought she was
question,
surprised.
Selena? Come
So,
on, we got more calls. What's the question?
How do I address this? Because I brought it up today. I was like, "Yo, what was the problem last night?"
And what did she
She
say?
said, "Oh, it just makes me uncomfortable when I see you talking to other people."
Oh yeah, she's not
And
ready.
I didn't say anything. I
So
didn't say anything.
here's
And
what
she asked me later.
your responsibility is, and in terms of your credibility, is you need to reiterate what the status of the situation is, in order to make it clear, and then you have to give her maturity and her autonomy to make the decision. Now, at such a time that this becomes a problem for you, then you have to cut it off. This is a funny thing. Gossip and Heifers, I did her podcast.
Yeah.
And she was like, niggas be buying you, sitting, kissing and moony, and
Right. Shout out to Michelle and Rocky, by the way.
and then niggas don't want to give you no relationship. But I said, but you're a grown ass woman. If he says what it is, you have to assume that what he says it is. I understand that the emotion is there. I know where you're getting ready to go. But the point is, should I, because of the fact that I don't want a relationship, do I not get to still be nice to you?
No, can I?
That's
okay. Can I call somebody? Ring. How do I call in here? What's the number?
You can't call. You on the phone.
No, I'm calling in. I'm the next caller. So I'm gonna give y'all some real gossip.
No, okay, but
it's all man school. It's all man school.
I know, but say it.
I'm
Just
saying,
say it.
okay.
Go ahead.
So I was fucking around with a nigga that's beneath me. Now Dante gonna say which nigga, because every nigga you
I
fuck
know.
with is.
I know the nigga you talking about. Go ahead.
Shut up, Jonathan. So I be fucking with niggas that be beneath me. And Dante said, stop. I'm the type of bitch, as much as niggas think that I'm mean and da-da-da-da, I'm the type of bitch, I'll rub a nigga
She not
feet.
mean at all.
I'll make the nigga biscuits. He said, stop making these honey
With
biscuits for these
fresh
niggas.
biscuits with fresh
Yeah,
gravy.
but if I like a nigga, I'm gonna make the nigga biscuits.
She don't got no gag reflex.
I definitely don't have no gag reflex. Yo, and my pussy is wet and tight. Oh, and I'm 46.
Okay,
okay, all right.
God damn.
Yo, y'all, can you
What?
make me some biscuits, please?
Yeah, I be making niggas business from scratch. But
Nigga.
you gotta dick me down, though.
Nigga,
That's
she-
the prerequisite.
nigga,
Is you gotta dick me
Selena,
down.
leave. She will fuck your eyebrows off, nigga.
Yeah,
you
no,
better
I've
stop.
destroyed plenty of young men.
Fucking-
Here's the thing, right? And I'm on the prowl now because I'm 75
Dominic,
pounds
let's go,
down.
let's go.
No, but the more
I
weight I
know.
lose, the more my shit. I'm
get
like,
it.
yo, nigga,
Come
why
on,
was I
come on.
fucking? Okay, all right. So I was fucking this nigga, right? I had no, but nigga got a whole family that I found out about, right? It ain't even like the nigga told me he had a family. I said, yo, nigga, is this your family? Right? Yeah. Now, I know what it is now, right?
Right.
I say, Yam, don't do it. Don't even get involved. Like,
But you like the nigga.
But I like the nigga, right? I fucked around. Sex was great. Everything. I just said, you know, I really like you. Because I had when I tell you this nigga.
And what did the nigga do?
What is it? The Road Runner?
Yeah, the nigga went. He went. He.
And
Ping,
so,
ping,
and
ping.
then, hey, and then where you feel better about yourself, right, baby?
Ricochet,
and then
rabbit.
bing. And then, but the thing about it,
And
is,
then he
right,
starts smashing this other chick.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Can I say something?
Yes.
And this is what and I finally got it at 46. That's what I'm telling you. You guys are young. Don't even fucking worry about it. I run into this nigga now. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
I'm in such a space in my mind now where I'm not tolerating no disrespect. I'm not letting nobody say no wild shit about me. You're not gonna put me down.
Nor should you.
I am a bad bitch.
And how
but
long
I had
and how long I've been
Dante,
telling you that for
saying,
20 years.
Sometimes you don't know. Male
you
or
know,
female.
you just don't
no, I'm
believe
just
me.
saying, male or female, right? Sometimes people don't. This is for the people that are listening. Right now, you might feel like you're not shit. Who gonna love me? Who gonna whatever? You invest that time and energy into yourself. You make yourself. Not even just about being lovable.
Be the best
you
version
be the best
of
version of yourself that you can be. And as you become that, you go out wishing. I see this nigga now, nigga like a squirrel to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, but look,
all right,
let me say this.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. It's okay, Yam, but you
helped me
gotta.
so
I know that,
much.
but I know that. But what my point is, you gotta understand is I've been doing this show for 15 years.
Nigga, I've known you longer.
I know
okay,
that.
yeah,
I know
okay.
that.
So,
So
I knew
a
these
lot of
niggas,
the
you
stuff
know.
what you're saying is I say this to them all the time.
Right,
It's
right,
about
right. I know they're young.
being
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
It's not just that, but it's just not even old because some of them are old and still haven't learned it. You got to be the best version of yourself. The confidence, like your value is what you do, not who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's the measure of how you wake up and you approach people with humanity and generosity and kindness and truth and credibility.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, Celino, to wrap this in a big bow. You told her what it is. Look, she's going to catch feelings because she likes you. And because you practice ACE, right? I told you when I met him at 17 years old, I said, here's the principles. ACE, 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 ACE. I said, if you practice this, you will be irresistible to women because there's so many men who don't tell the truth, don't have any credibility, don't have any empathy. And so when somebody... when a woman experiences that kind of man with that kind of tenacity and that kind of fortitude, it don't even matter what you look like. It's like this is just a bad. And this is what happened to him. And when I tell this to dudes, they don't never believe me. It took Celino 2 years of doing consultations with me on a
Even
monthly.
the way he got on the phone sound like he on top of the ABC.
And he's
'Cause
23.
this the type of nigga, like, I'm telling you right now, you know what it is? He's coming to her, he's saying, you know what it is? I'm out here, but Celino has to say, does he still want to fuck with her? You on the roster, bitch, or you okay being a part of a roster?
And he said that.
Right. And what I'm telling you is, at 46, I need a young nigga in my life that also be on my roster so we can cross rosters.
All right, well,
And how much pussy I got to give him for a blouse? Huh?
Yum.
What?
I will butter them biscuits.
Hey, don't start with me, nigga. I'm a Scorpio. I'm ready to go. Come down to the studio, baby. No, we're going to connect after this. At least one
Look,
time.
Celino,
You tell everybody
she's
what you
fucking
ready
up
to
my
do.
show, yapping too much. Hit her on the DM, but Celino, you know what the answer to this is. If at such time that her inability to control her emotions when it infringes upon your happiness and your peace of mind, it's time for you. Then you have to stand up and you have to make the decision and you have to end it because she may not be able to. Anybody that I do consultations, DanteNero.com, click on consult. Y'all know how to get me. The first thing I ask a dude is, and I'll ask this to Dom in the building, how many guys do you know tell the truth, keep their word, and are empathetic to other human beings and what they go. If you think about all the people that you know, all the friends that you have, if you're lucky, they might have 2 of those qualities. But if you have all 3 of them, it's basic supply and demand. Because you're so rare, you as a commodity, the value of you as a commodity goes through the roof. And because of that, and women recognize that because it's so rare. And even when a chick, even when if she goes, I ain't putting up with this, and she goes, right? Now every dude that she dates with, she's measuring that dude up to you. And then sometimes, which is I mean, it's just the way it is, but sometimes it's not fair because they can't even get over you because it's a bunch of fuck niggas out there. Yeah.
Damn.
So.
Yeah. Sorry, Dante. I only Heard half of that. I was thinking about Dominica's business.
You don't start your don't start.
I'm telling
Seleno,
you,
stop.
I will be the best
Okay,
experience
stop!
you have ever had in your life. We're gonna make this happen. You're gonna come
Okay,
over. I'm gonna make.
I
You
got
some
calls.
biscuits.
I got calls. We
I-
got
okay,
calls.
All right.
Put the
Don't
number
forget,
up.
I need the biscuits and
Bye,
blouses
Dante.
and.
Y'all need
Yeah.
the Saunders. Go hit her on the DM. This thing's.
Stop cock blocking me.
I'm not. I'm sending him to the
Okay.
DM. I got his number. You want his number? You want me to give her your number? I'll give him your number.
Yeah, let's get on. Yeah, let's start chatting.
Seleno.
You gotta give me 2 more days. I'm still on my period. But after that,
Shut up.
I know y'all don't want to hear that on man school. Some bitch talking
Nigga,
about a period on man school.
Stop. Don't play, because my niggas run red lights. Don't play. I tell niggas all the time, look, that's why they make red sheets. Nobody's decor in their room is red. That's why they make red sheets. Stop playing. I run a red light, nigga. I run right. I don't even pause on a red light, nigga. We got any more call? What's the number? 513-202 NERO 202 NERO 513-202 NERO. The phone lines up. Send me some money.
Yeah.
Cash App is up. Super Chat's up. Cash App is up. Send me the Cash App because then YouTube don't get none of that money. That's what I like.
We actually have some super chats.
Let's go.
Another one from Xavier, $5.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate
Dante's
you.
work was what took me to marriage readiness. When I was ready, the picture appeared. Do the work. You can have whatever lifestyle you want.
Yeah.
Ace.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have $5 from GC45.
Yes.
And then we have another $5 from Angela.
Hey, Angie, what up, baby? Angie's a regular. She's always on here. Let me see something real quick.
Angela.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Xavier sent me $5 on the Cash App as well. And Jonathan sent me $10 on the Cash App. Thank you so much, yo. Let me give 2 for that. Y'all hit me on the Cash App. My bad. That's a shout out to Xavier, Karina, and Jonathan. $10 on both. Thank you all so much, man. I appreciate y'all helping. Don't forget DanteNero.com. Click on consult. Also, I also wanted to point this out. The Patreon is patreon.com/manschool202. There's a new, this year we're going to start a new format. The format is this. Whoever's on the Patreon, the bonus content I will create will be you who are on the Patreon will dictate the content that I put out. So based on what the questions that you're asking on Patreon, I will address the bonus content on Patreon to those questions. We got a call. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from, Fame?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
What's going on? Who am I speaking with?
So Yogi, bro, from Colorado.
Yoga, what up, kid? What's going on? How can I help you, bro?
Chilling, bro. So this thing about my girl, bro, like, I don't want any kids, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We've been together for, like 5 years now.
Okay.
We don't live together, though. We don't live together.
And she wants
I
kids.
don't want any kids. She don't want any kids.
Okay, so what's the problem?
So what should I do to, like, keep that spark up of, like, oh, I can't wait to see you every weekend or type shit, you know? We don't live together at all, dog, you know?
You Mexican, Jay?
I'm from South America. I'm Bolivian.
But
dog.
okay, all right. I'm sorry. I did check the test, a Spanish accent. Here's my thing, dog. What I tell dudes all the time is, this is the thing about men that I think is crazy.
Yeah.
A guy will buy a puppy, right? They'll get a puppy, and they will make a commitment to a puppy. Like when you have a puppy, you got to house train it. You got to walk it. That means you got to walk it in the morning when it's sleet, snow. Men will make that commitment to a puppy, and then the commitment they make to their woman is less than that. They won't even give the same. Not only that, but when you get a puppy, your dog, eventually the dog is 16, can't walk, is shitting all of it, and you got to end up putting the motherfucker down. What's crazy to me is that men will look at something like having a pet, and make a commitment, a sound, honest commitment to that, knowing that this will have to, that where this ends up, right? And then they'll have a human being have a relationship, which is a living, breathing thing, and not make the same commitment to the woman that they love. You have to date your wife. You have to date your girlfriend. You knew how to get her. You knew how to keep the spark going. When you was trying to get smashed, you did all the right things. And when you were doing the right thing, you were trying to do more. You were trying to find a way to to get her interested so that you could smash. When we get to the point when you're asking me, how do I keep it going? You already know. You know, it's the same way you got her is the same way you keep her. You got to look the best that you can look. Just like when you first were dating her, you was trying to exercise, you're dressing nice, you washing your ass, you smell good, you take her out on dates, you plan the dates. You got to date, you have to cultivate that attraction. Just the same way when y'all was fucking on the hood of the car in an alleyway, you got to do the exact same thing 5 years from now. And I get it, things get mundane, but it doesn't get mundane if you keep it interesting. And understand something, as a man, it is your responsibility to do this because of the fact that women are emotionally reactional. They get disgusted with you. They get turned off because you're not doing what you're supposed to be. Because clearly you knew how to get her hot for you in the first place. So it's 5 years later. Y'all don't want kids. Man, fuck her on the back. To pull her pants down in the back staircase. When you walk by, smack her on the butt, man. Like rubber. All of those, all of those things that you would have done when you were dating her are the same things that. All of those things, you got to turn off the radio in the back because it's bleeding through. All of those things are just as important now as they were when you first. And what happens is we feel like the rules have changed because I got you. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing more attractive to a woman if you ever see a woman where a guy is consistent like that, she will talk about her man the same way that she talked about him when she met him if he maintains that interest, that he's showing her. And that also means that you don't put up with no shit. When she's disrespectful and when she's not holding up her eye, you got to call that shit out. Because you still got to, if you want it to keep going, there has to be, your interest in maintaining the energy is just as important as your interest in ending it when she's not holding her end of the bargain up. So we just did a whole thing about Dom and his chick keeping him on the string since November. If somebody if you're being clear about what you expect and she's not responding in a way or she's not interested in making you happy anymore, it's time to end the relationship and move on and find somebody who wants to make you happy the way you want to make them. But it's got to start with you.
Damn, G, you fucking answered a whole ass.
That's what I do.
Chapters worth of this shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through this a lot. Thousands.
You fucking hard as fuck, dog.
Thank you, family.
I love you, dog.
I appreciate it, yo. Don't forget, DanteNero.com. Click on consult if y'all want a consultation. Don't forget the Patreon. Please sign up for the Patreon. The Patreon is www.patreon.com/manschool202. That's the best way to support us. Thank you, brother. Thanks for calling in, and thanks for being honest and opening up to the audience, in a public way, because the things that you think are just happening to you specifically is happening to everybody. As human beings, we go through the same things, the same trials and tribulations, and it's important that a guy like you asking a question like that is as important as it is to me answering it, because there's somebody out there that's thinking the same exact thing. I appreciate you, fam. Thanks for calling in.
I kept quiet that whole time.
You did. Jay was looking at me all sexy. So I'm turning you on while I'm spitting the Willy Bobo.
What?
Put the numbers up, 513-202 Nero, Nero, 513-202 Nero. We got a call. They're coming in. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, Dante?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling
brother.
from? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? This is Alex calling out of D.C., Baltimore area.
That's my hometown.
Shut up.
Okay, bye.
How can I help you?
Oh, man.
How can I help you?
Dominic, I love you.
Yo, I love you back, baby. What's up?
What's going on? So, all right, so check this out. So, Dante.
Yeah.
I saw you in Baltimore a couple of weeks ago, right?
Oh,
Like,
at the comedy club. Yeah,
last
yeah.
week or so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So all right.
Just
So
keep in mind, I want y'all. I want to say this real quick. I am a stand-up comedian. Like I know I do all of this, and people see me acting, and then the Lord Jamal called me an ex-pimp, so now I'm an ex-pimp on the end. I am a stand-up comedian. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 24 years, and I'm sick with it.
Talk about it.
Was I not?
Yeah.
Did I murder the room or what?
Killed it, slaughtered.
And that's
on paper, everything.
Yeah,
man.
I love Baltimore because Baltimore ghetto is Brooklyn.
Hey, I don't trust my family out there. Don't trust them niggas. I be leaving my
I was in Baltimore, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go for a walk. And
not in Baltimore.
And the concierge said, I don't know if you want to walk around. I was like, nigga, I'm from Brooklyn. What the fuck you talking about? Nigga, I walked 2-3 blocks, and I was like, let me get back to the hotel.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
I know you found a new Scooby-Doo mystery.
Yo, all right,
you
so
might not want to do that, but
right.
anyway.
Not without a rusty 38 with no numbers on it. So,
I hear that.
But what can I help you, fam? Thank you, man. Thanks for showing up in Baltimore, and tell these motherfuckers that I'm nice with this comedy shit. It's just
No, nice, super nice, man. Y'all, everybody check them out, man. I don't know what's going on with this goofy shit, this flat Earth versus
this nigga,
whatever.
Okay.
But anyway, there's no other option. The Earth is round.
Can you hear me?
But we're not gonna get into that tonight. But anyway,
because I don't hear it in the mic.
It's something dropped down, but you're hearing. We can hear you.
I don't hear. Oh, go ahead. But what's the question, family?
Okay. All right. So check this out, right? So I've been friends with a woman. So what made me call was y'all dynamic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying nothing is comparable to y'all.
Just do your thing. Do your thing. Just talk.
But
I understand what he means. Yeah.
All right. So I've been friends with a woman for over 16 years, right?
Oh.
Okay.
All right. So we've been cool. We were coworkers, and what changed was, her becoming like I'm 4 years older than her.
Okay.
So I'm 36. She's 32.
Okay.
And things got like a little weird, like not saying weird, but like things have gotten turned up a little bit as far as like a little bit more confiding and like, like I know where her bodies are buried. She knows where my bodies are buried.
Okay.
And things got a little weird when she came up here. She's visited me twice now within the year.
Okay, so what you're saying? Let's get to the point, because the point is that y'all there's an attraction that's building. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the attraction to double down on that is she's meeting like close family members now.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, whoa, we never done that before.
In your life, she's meeting your close family members.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Big shout out, $20 on the Cash App on C Jones, and I want to shout out OJ Garnett, $7 on the Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you. Go ahead. So
I thought you was giving a horn to him, and
no, I gotta let these people know. Check the wire.
All right.
Yeah. So
Definitely
you was willing to keep going.
too.
You had sex with her already?
No, we never fucked around, never kicked it, because like I said, we know where the bodies are buried.
What?
We never really went that. We never really went that far.
Okay.
Like,
all right. Wow.
That's too loud.
That's too loud. Oh, you got me. Okay. Go ahead. So y'all hang a little bit lower. Can you go a little lower? Yeah. So y'all know where the bodies are. Y'all are starting. The attraction is building. But okay. So let me just say this first before you get to the point of this. You have to understand something. When you operate on ACE, when you tell the truth, when you're credible, when you're empathy, it builds attraction. It's not the easiest thing to do, but when you act in that manner, women find this attractive because it makes women feel safe with you. And from the safety, they can start to see the things about that they like. And so it's not unlikely that the fact that you're being a righteous dude with this girl, that she could start getting feelings. So what is the problem? You don't like her? You want to keep it the same? Or what's the question?
So the weird dynamic is we live in different states.
Okay.
So she's in North Carolina and I'm.
What's the question? None of that matters. What's the question?
Oh, okay. So the question is, how do you kind of maybe navigate building upon that.
Okay, wait a minute. When you say
if
are
it's
you
breaking the
interested?
friend zone.
Are you interested, or you want to maintain it as a friend zone?
Yeah, no, I'm interested. Yeah, I wanna break through that, but I haven't given any qualities or I guess like direct flags, like, yo, what's up? Like, let's.
So why
what's
not?
up or
Yeah,
whatever.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I think because for me, there's some deal breakers as far as like, getting past the friendship of
What's the
like
deal
knowing.
No,
breakers?
right. What is? Thank you, Yam.
Sorry.
What you say? No,
What
you
is?
say? I wanna
What
hear
are
it.
the
I
what
need
are
it.
the
what
deal
are the
breakers?
deal
What are the
breakers?
deal breakers?
Well, for one, she has 2 kids.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
And
Okay.
and I know where the bodies are. I know like
It
motherfuckers
doesn't.
she fucked
Here's
around with.
understand something.
Yes.
How old are you? How old
He's
are you?
36.
36. Okay.
You have 0
It-
kids, right? You have kids?
No kids.
Okay. So here's my point, and this is where you could see where Kevin Samuels is on some fuck shit, because you have to understand something. You have to understand something. Relationships are not as clear and concise. Everybody's not a size 4. Everybody don't want a size 4. Everybody don't want somebody 23. Some people like kids. Some people don't like kids. Some people don't mind a woman with. What I'm saying is, the great thing about when you are being the best version of yourself and you're practicing ACE, you get to decide what your relationship like, what you like, and you can't go by what other people think. Because if you got to go by what you want. So the question is the fact that she has kids, is it a
deal breaker?
a deal breaker for you? So let me explain the principle where it applies, because I use these principles so that you can always go back. Relationships are very easy. You just have to know what your non-negotiables are, and then never negotiating. So if it is non-negotiable, you don't want to be in a situation with somebody that has 2 kids, then it's a no.
Is that the only thing? I think he had a list.
I mean, well, we can ask him, but what is the problem? Is it the fact that she has 2 kids, or what is the problem?
Okay, so her lifestyle. So
What is her
it's
lifestyle?
Knowing like, okay, so she's a DJ, right? And then knowing that like she's fucked numerous people.
Okay,
who
here's my
like,
thing.
who-
Is that a deal breaker to you? It's the same question. Is the fact that she fucked other dudes can you not get past that? I'm not here to judge you. Understand something?
No.
I'm not here to judge.
and-
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to my question.
Okay.
You're talking over me. Is the fact that she slept with other dudes something that you can't get past? If it is something that you can't get past, because it's unfair for you. You know where the bodies is buried. And if you step in that position where you start to date, then you have a responsibility to overlook it. But you also have a responsibility to yourself to say, can I be with this woman knowing what her past is and still move on? If you can't, leave her alone. Don't put her in a position where she thinks that she's operating on what she does from this point on, that you got this shit in the back of your head, and then you're going to hold her responsible. I'm going to give you a quick story. I had a friend of mine back in the days, and there was this chick, she was smoking hot. And I said to her, this is when I was stripping, I said, listen, she had a man. I said, look, I don't care what you do. Just do me a favor and don't fuck my friends, right? And
Right.
I was also, even back then, I was kind of the guru, nigga, where I would be like, yo, listen, when I would strip, I wouldn't let everybody know who I was fucking home with. So if you came to a show and you came to see me, I would go, hey, what's up? And I would grab the girl around her waist. I would give her a little squeeze, right?
You've done that to me before.
Shut up. And I give her a little kiss, and I give her a kiss on the cheek. I didn't go, baby, what's up? I wasn't kissing her. Because it's nobody's business what my personal life is, right?
Yeah.
But I had these young dudes who I was bringing up, and I was teaching them the game, because when you were stripping, you had to be in a situation where the fantasy was important. You made your money by the fact that women thought you were accessible. Even if a woman was 90, if she thought she was, that's how you make it. So you have to understand that. I walked into this party. I squeezed one of my little honeys on it, and then I was like, hey, kissed her on the cheek, and we moved on. And then the dude I was with, he grabbed her by the waist, squeezed her, and kissed her.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so she was smashing this
But
nigga.
did she at least, because when I'm with a nigga,
Same
I do.
thing.
Same.
You know,
So I was like,
Hey.
yo. So I said, yo, what's up? You and her rocking?
right.
And he said, yeah. And then she fucked another dude or whatever. So I didn't shame her or nothing. What I did was, I just
Stop fucking her.
I just stopped fucking with her. I just became unavailable. But she really liked me, and she just, like she had some molestation thing, and so she was like promiscuous. Because understand this, I'll cover this really quick. A lot of times when you have women who have molestation stuff and sexual assaults, what happens is intimacy, especially from a person that you know in your house, intimacy is important. And the intimacy, the way they dilute the trauma is by having multiple partners, because the more partners you have, the less intimate the sex is. And so it's sort of, the example what I would put it is like, if you have an eyedropper full of arsenic and you put that eyedropper under your tongue, it will kill you. But if you take that same eyedropper full of arsenic and you put it in a baby pool and you drink the whole baby, you probably won't even have any symptoms.
Well, it also distance them
from the intimacy,
right.
because
From the
because
molestation
because when it's one-on-one, it's difficult to not maintain, for it to not ultimately become intimate. So what I'm saying to you is, so the girl said to me, "Oh, one time she's with me and she's trying to, because I just chill. I just was unavailable." She goes to me, "Oh, you scared of me. Dante's scared of me." Blah blah blah. She starts trying to blow me up in front of people, and I said, "Listen, we don't want to go there. We really don't want to go there." And she kept pushing me. Finally, I said, "Listen, I'm not scared of you. I'm not afraid of you. The problem is that you were fucking my friends, and I'm not telling you what to do. But if you fucking these dudes who I don't even respect, right? You can't fuck me." And I'm not mad at you, but you can't. Now, that's not the story. What happened was, one of my other dudes, one of my closest friends, started to date her. And he was thought he was sneaking behind my back because we were like diaper buddies. And I found out that he was sleeping. And I said, but he finally owned up and he said, "Yeah, I was a little weird about saying something to you because I know you was dealing." I said, "Listen, she has, it's her body. Or she can do whatever she want to do. She just can't do it with me." And he goes to me, "Well, I just didn't want." I go, "Well, that's not a point." I go, "Not only that," I said, "but I think this girl is a really good girl." Yeah. I go, the problem is she wants a dude to be with her. She wanted a man to be with her. And because she couldn't get that, she was promiscuous. I said, "And you might be that dude." I said, "But I'm not disparaging her character. I'm just saying you can't fuck with me because I wasn't going to be her dude," right? He ended up having a child with her, right? She loved this nigga to death. But the whole time they were together, he was abusive to her because she slept with me, because we were still friends. And so anytime we were around each other, deep down, she really wanted to fuck with me. He was a consolation prize. But in his head, he held that against her, even though she was totally dedicated to him. And throughout the whole relationship, he abused this chick for something that she did before him, and then ultimately left her for some other chick, and when he was abusive the whole time. I'm saying that to say this. It's you know where the bodies are. Make a decision about whether it works for you. It's okay if it doesn't work for you. It's okay if it does work for you. But don't let other people make the decisions about you. This is where we talk about, Ace, the honesty and authenticity. You have to be authentic and honest with yourself. If you don't have the ability, if you can't control your ego and you're going to hold that against somebody, then leave them alone. Why go through that to put them through shit when you know you can't? You know you don't have the tenacity or the fortitude to deal with that and move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that me having the qualities, and I practice your qualities, and I appreciate you giving us the qualities. That given that it's making me more attractive because things have turned up.
You mean to her? To her.
Yes.
But that's
like,
not my point. My point is,
like,
we already know if you practice Ace, you will get opportunities that you. My point is, do not put this girl in a position where you're going to give her an opportunity, right? and then in the behind her in the back of your head, you're punishing her for something that you already knew she did in the first place. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're lacking credibility. If you fuck with her and you decide to have a relationship with her, what you're saying, in essence, whether you're realizing it, is that who you are is good enough for me. Not your past. I'm not saying that you can't matter, but I'm saying if you make that jump, you're saying you're good enough for me. No matter how many dicks you sucked, no matter how many dudes you fucked, you're good enough, and I think that you're worth my time and my energy. You cannot do that. Give your word and have the credit. You lack credibility if you say that, and then but in the back of your head, you're punishing her because you can't get past it. And I'm not judging whether or not you should be able to let that water, if you can't say it's water under the bridge, that's fine. But then leave her alone so that she can find somebody who is okay with who she is as a person. And who she is as a person was a person that before doesn't necessarily mean she's that person now.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, and she knows my bodies are equally buried.
Yeah, but that's not the point. You're talking about how you feel about her. Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I just want to say this. What a beautiful, beautiful love story.
Get to the point. Come on.
You stay rushing somebody.
Because I'm trying to get as many
Prozac?
people in.
So okay.
Go ahead.
What I want to say to the men really is just a statement.
Go ahead.
Okay, that what is unfortunate after this long friendship you have, and you guys both knowing your deepest, darkest secrets, and her having relationship with your family, is that still you are trying to value her on something that is so insignificant to really the base of who she is. It is not these kids. It is not the body count. Do you like her spirit? Do you like her as a person? Is she moving in a way that you like to move? Like, aside from all that, I think sometimes men don't get a chance to see the real value of a woman.
Put a pin in that for 1 second, and I'm going to let you finish.
Oh, okay.
So understand something. If
don't laugh that he told me to put a pin in that.
Because she knows it's out of love, and otherwise she'd be biting my head off. Because she knows that the point is.
I had Undot. I'm not hungry right now.
But the point of this is, what I'm saying to you, if you are in that place where your ego can't get, all I'm saying is the credible thing to do is to leave her alone.
Yeah.
And if you can, fine. If you can't, just be honest about it. It's like, yo, you done fucked her. And you don't have to tell her, because it's not about you. I mean, you don't have to be, I want you to be honest, but I don't want you to destroy somebody's life. I don't want you to demean somebody or make them feel, because this reality of this is, what if you didn't know where the bodies were? You wouldn't. Right. This is not even, the fact that you know it makes the difference to you. And I'm not judging. It's not for me to judge that. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying to you is, just be fair to her. Just be fair to the fact that she has feelings, and she's assessing you as who you are and what your character is. And if you can't do the same, even though I know that sounds like I'm calling you a pussy, but I'm not. What I'm saying is, if you can't get past it, it's okay. Just be honest with yourself that you can't get past it. And leave her the fuck alone. You feel me?
Got it.
Okay? If the kid's too much, then whatever it is, you could decide. Whatever, no matter how shallow or how deep.
Yeah.
The issue is, what are the non-negotiables are? And if the non-negotiables that she got more than 10 bodies, more than 30 bodies.
Yeah. But this bitch is going to be having bodies.
And the older you get, the more bodies it's going to be.
Right, of course. It's a graveyard over here, nigga.
Let me tell you something. If nobody talked to me because of the body count I had. I'll be really candid, because I don't know exactly the body, but I used to keep, when I was young and I was immature, I used to keep a book. You know how young niggas.
I know you didn't do that.
When I was young, about how many chicks I saw. Absolutely, by the time I was 32, I said I'm not gonna keep it.
What was the number you was at?
1,400 at 32.
Nigga, I was gonna fuck you tonight. I was gonna fuck. Have you washed your dick off?
Absolutely, every day.
We're gonna talk tonight. You've been kind of like, you see, I've been looking at you.
Stop,
I
please.
don't know, but we known each other
All right,
35 years.
Put the number up.
We longer than that 16 shit he talking about.
Hold on. Shout out, big shout out to C Jones, sent me $20 on the Cash App. Hold on, let me get the horn out. And OJ Garrett sent me $7. Thanks on the Cash App. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going the same way I would hold a woman accountable. I'm gonna hold you accountable, and it's okay if you can't get past that. I'm just saying, be honest about it.
Yeah, and don't waste your time.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, makes sense, right?
And he seemed like a
Yes,
good
sir.
dude. You seem
Yes,
like
sir.
a good dude. You seem like you know what to do.
Big number. Thanks for calling, bro. 513-202-NERO. 513-202-NERO. Phone number's up. Cash is up. Send me some money. I think we got, was it 9:58? We gotta shut it. I'm gonna take one more call. I'm gonna talk some shit.
People on my live are also saying they're watching here and watching there.
Thank you.
Because they can see on here, there they can see
got
green
him.
screen.
Thank you, Yam. Thank you. Be in mind, I am a stand-up comedian.
We know that.
No, they don't. I don't say it enough, and then people just, like, motherfuckers be saying shit and don't even know I'm a stand-up comedian because I don't say it because it's such an intricate part of my life. It's just like I feel like people would know, and I'm funny as shit. We got a call with him.
No, I just want to read some of the super chats.
Let's go.
We have $5 from Jordan J. Turner. You guys coming to Chicago this year?
I am. Thank you for the $5, and I am coming with Godfrey. I've never been to Chicago, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm coming with Godfrey to Chicago this year. What else?
We got $20 from Nick S. $1 for every year. D been the plug for fun and happiness.
Oh, thank you, brother.
And
I appreciate
he also
you.
Gifted 10 subscriptions to 10 memberships in Godfrey's YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the shooting the thing. Anybody else?
We got one more from Kenny Mozart. $2. Dante had me crying during the debate. Let him talk.
Thank you, baby. Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
I was as quiet as a
You
jaybird
was,
today.
I took up for you 100. You know I did. So with that,
And that's how you get a woman like me to submit.
just let her. You gotta just be a man. You just gotta be a man.
Just be a man.
And it's and that seems easier than it is. It's not. It's telling the truth is hard because even nice guys who are not malicious, they still lie because they lie. We got a phone call. Where you calling from? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey man, excuse me. Yeah, this is Ace from Philly again. Only reason why I'm calling is because I want to give Yamanika a shout out on her special. That shit was crazy. Me and my wife was dying.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Ace. I appreciate
You
you.
don't even know. Send your
Hey,
wife
yeah.
love, yo. You don't even know how you just made me feel just now.
The rest of what's the name of the special? Plug it real quick, y'all.
White nigga. You can get it on YouTube. white nigga. Yo, Ace.
Hey,
Bro,
yes.
thank you, my love. Thank you. Send your wife my
No
love, too.
problem.
I'm glad y'all sat there and watched that together. That means so much to me, brother.
Yo, I'm gonna say one more thing. When we was watching it, my wife, I was with her. I'm with her for 7 years. Married her for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I never heard her laugh like the way she laughed.
Yeah,
it was like
Yama's
a different
funny.
tone.
Yama's a
I was
beast.
Oh, you about to make me cry. That's
Yam's a beast.
I'm telling
Yam
you.
is a beast. Yam is a
Thank
beast.
you.
Don't get me wrong. Like me and Yam is in these comedy streets, just killing them. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
calling back,
so
Ace.
much.
I want to
Thank
take
her
one
so
more.
much.
I want to take one more legitimate call. One more question before we go. Put up the number real quick, and then we'll shut it down because we gotta get ready to. 513-202-NERO is the number. Cash App is up. Please send me some money. Don't forget DanteNero.com. Click on consult if you need the consultation with me. Understand as of March 1st, the prices are going up.
That's right. These tariff bills and these taxes. Donald Trump done called man school to go up 500%.
The prices are going up, but I will be doing a discount for the people who have had consultations with me before.
Yes,
they
or
will
the
be
people
able
who have had sex with me.
They will be able. You're gonna bankrupt me, but they will be able to get a consultation at the 2024 prices if you've had a consultation up until May. Then the prices go up altogether. Everywhere it just be one price.
Yeah.
513-202 NERO. We got one more question, and we got to get out of here, right, Don? Because you got to get ready to set up. What I wanted to say was what I wanted to say specifically is that you have what I was saying about good, nice guys, and this is Dom. You need to understand this. Dom's an honest guy, but he's also a liar, and I want you to understand what I mean by what you're like. Lying is not just malicious and trying to take advantage of somebody. Lying is also when you won't tell the truth because you don't want to end up in a confrontation.
Oh shit!
And lying is also when you don't want to tell the truth because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. So I understand in the context of you wanting to be nice, right? You will tell a little white lie, or somebody says, do I look fat in this dress? You don't have to say you look like a fat bitch, but you should say, I don't find you shouldn't be like, you should be able to say, I don't think that dress is flattering to you. I don't like, and just be honest about it. To the same token, if you disagree and you don't speak up about how you really feel, you are still a liar. Understand this and listen to this clear. If you are 90% honest, that is the definition of a liar. Mm-hmm. Because in order to not be a liar, you got to be 100% 10 toes down. Now, I do understand that nobody's perfect, but your intention should be truthful in not in a malicious way, truthful in a way that when something needs to be said, and you have to confront somebody about some disagreement, and when you don't want to hurt somebody's feeling. And what you did with this is you're not comfortable, Dom, you're not comfortable with any of this situation, and you are lying about the fact that you're comfortable with it because it's getting so long that you're starting to become uncomfortable. But you've been uncomfortable with this. My point is, you have to, and this is why truth is so important. A lie is a lie is a lie. So if you're lying about not because you don't want to end up in an argument or a confrontation, or you don't want to be confronted, it's what I call the Judge Judy effect. The Judge Judy effect, you might be too young to know, but Judge Judy was a court reporter, and when she would catch somebody lying in the first 5 minutes of the show, he instantly had no credibility, so that everything that came out of his mouth was in question. You understand? Now, here's the thing. If your woman doesn't trust you, when you tell her you love her, how does she believe you if you're capable of lies? Even the small lies. Because I understand we perceive it as a little white lie, but it is important to be 10 toes down because that's where the trust is built. That's where your confidence. If you tell her you got her back and you have been a pussy because you don't want to speak your mind about what you like, then you're also a liar. So when you say you got her back, how does she know when you're telling the truth or when you're not? It all matters. It seems like you can put the lies on the scale, but the honesty has to be supreme. It has to be across the board, 10 toes down all the time. 95% of being trustworthy is a liar, even when it's white lies. And what you do is by you telling the truth, you feel good about yourself. It builds your confidence because you have nothing to hide. And when you have nothing to hide, and you're willing to deal with the consequences, the only thing a woman is going to do is she's going to respect you for that. Even if she don't like you, she will still respect you, which is more important than anything else. We got to shut this down. Couldn't get a last call in, but that's fine. It's 10 o'clock. GYBB, get your balls back. WWDD, What Would Dante Do? The Sexual Revolution is being podcasted. If y'all want a consultation, DanteNero.com. Click on consult. Please sign up for the Patreon. The Patreon is www.patreon.com/manschool202. Thank y'all so much, man. I love y'all to death. We are out. Peace.
Man School 202. Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.